Alright guys, today we have with us the EKX GTS or X22, depending on where you're from, and we're going to do a quick review on it, see how we like it, see if it performs on par with the X21 Max, which is a previous edition of this bike, and we're going to find out which one is better. So stay tuned and let's get going. A couple things that I'm noticing that are different from the last bike, the X21 Max, right off the bat, are the things like the brakes. They obviously focused on cosmetics a lot more than functionality on this one, which is really cool, actually, because some people were just happy with the X21 Max, but they wanted just a bit more power and maybe better looks. This one, which it looks like, we're not positive yet, but it looks like we have LED lights here, which are going to be really sick if that's the case. We also have really nice, it looks like 2-point hydraulic brakes, which should still be plenty sufficient for a bike as light as this. But man, those look like nice derailleurs. They're shiny. I like the purple derailleurs. They're nice. Really sleek looking bike. We also got a rear fender, which some people complained about with the previous edition that we didn't have a rear fender. Now we do, which is a really nice upgrade. So now it looks like a lot more like a Talaria. Talaria or Sauron vibes is what I'm getting from this. Anyway, let's stop the chatting, get right in the review. Let's get a top speed test, braking test, hill test, all that good stuff for you. Let's get right into it. All right, so one of the things I'm noticing before we are going to get on our ride right here, one of the obvious things I'm noticing, which I'm really liking, is the key. We have an actual full-blown key switch here, so we're not just going with the regular underglow thing right here to take out the battery. We've got an actual key switch here that we can turn on and off the bike from, just like a motorcycle. I think that's really cool for me personally, because I actually ride a motorcycle, and I think this is almost on par with that, but let's see how this goes. To start it up, we're just going to go with this. We're going to turn that on. You're going to make sure that this switch is on. This is the switch to run the battery itself. And then up here, you're going to hold down the middle button, which is what's going to turn on your LCD display right there. You got a nice, clean LCD display. Then you got to turn off your parking brake, which is right here. And then after that, you have 3 different modes. So you have power mode 1, power mode 2, power mode 3, and back to 1. But then the nice things about this bike that I'm noticing is once it's in park, by the way, you cannot get the throttle. So it is a real parking brake, which is very nice. But one of the nice things about this bike is that it, what was I going to say? What I was going to say is one of the nice things about this bike is, unlike the X21 Max, it has a full twist throttle, so not a half twist. You have a full-blown full twist snappy throttle there, so that's nice. You have all your controls on the front. You have your light, you have your horn, you have your power up and down. Oh, and you can even change it to miles per hour depending on where you live. If you don't want it kilometers an hour, you hold down this button here and you can put it right in miles per hour. As you can see right there, now we have miles per hour, which is a very nice touch. I like that. You couldn't do that on the X21 Max, so you're always locked in kilometers an hour. And so many people order this in like America and not British overseas territories, so they are gonna be some people not gonna like that you're not able to have it in miles per hour, but now you can. So that's one of the upgrades right off the bat. And we do also have LED lights. How cool is that? And I've also discovered that we can switch the color on them just like this. So right now we have changing. It's on both sides. You can use this button right here. You can change the color of them. So on off red. You got green. And you got blue, pink, flashing, and then back to switching. But that is cool. And then of course, if you don't want them on at all, you can also just turn it off completely and you're good to go. And the nice thing about this is no matter how much of a motorcycle it looks like, you do have pedals. You have nice pedals, which is still nice. And you got a chain tensioner. The last bike did not have a chain tensioner and the chain kept falling off, so this is going to be really useful as far as that goes. So this is me. I'm 6'3". This is how I look on this bike. It's not bad. It's a little bit snug, but that's just to be foreseen with these 19-inch tires anyways. These bikes are not the, they aren't the comfiest, but they are still some of the best on the market. But it is what it is. And if you're a tall person, obviously an e-bike is just going to be like this for you in general. Something you're going to have to work over. You can always get raised handlebars. You can raise your seat. There's multiple mods you can do to fix that. But me right now, we're obviously not gonna be pedaling this bike, because when I twist, as you can see, my feet will go right into these bars. It's just a little bit too close to the knees, but it still works. I mean, obviously, we're not going to be pedaling this bike, so it doesn't really matter anyways, but still a nice touch that we have the pedals, because we don't want the cops to get on us. Alright, power mode 1 going up the hill is not so bad. Let's see how this goes. Alright, that's full throttle in power mode 1. We're reading 15 miles an hour going up a 20-degree hill. That's not bad at all, first off. This is a 72-volt bike, so it's supposed to be a lot more powerful than the stock 60-volt. But so far, it's nice. I'm liking it. As you can see, my knees are quite close to the handlebars, so there won't be any pedaling for us. But we're not pedaling this, let's be honest. I mean, this thing's got power. Let's continue. Alright, so we just went up that hill in like less than a minute flat, up a 20-degree hill in power mode 1. Just power mode 1. So that is actually really impressive. We'll see if it gets any better than that. It definitely should. So we're gonna go into power mode 2 next, and we're gonna do the exact same run and check out what kind of speeds we're getting. Alright, so now we're going to try the same thing in power mode 2. Let's see how that goes. Power mode 2 should give us double the power if this is reading correctly. So let's see how this goes right now. So power mode 2, here we go. Power mode 2, 16, 19, 20, 21, 24. Alright, we're getting 24 up a 20-degree hill right now. 26. 27. Oh, we're going to slow down now. Okay, so we just got 30 miles per hour. 30 going up a 20-degree hill is what we got. The max there, it was between 27. I saw 30 for a second. 30 is really good. But bro, this thing has torque. This thing has torque in your mode 2. And this is just 2, so imagine mode 3. Mode 3 is next. Let's try that. Alright, mode 3 is next. As you can see, we're on mode 3. Let's see how it does up the 20-degree hill. Oh my gosh, that's torquey. That's torquey. Okay. 10. Full throttle. 20. 25. 30. We're looking at 29. Come on, 30. 30. 31, 32, 33, 33 miles per hour. We got 33 miles per hour showing on the display right there. 33. We will confirm that with GPS, by the way, to see how close it is. But so far, we're showing 33 miles per hour up a hill. Sharp brakes. That's it. Alright guys, so now that we've done the 3 speeds that this bike has, we are going to take it to an even steeper hill, because a lot of people about the GTS, they want to know how steep of a hill can this little hub motor really handle. So we're going to do that right now for you guys. I think the hill that we're going to is a 38% grade, so that is actually very steep, steeper than any normal e-bike would be able to go up. But as we all know, this isn't no e-bike. I mean, just look at this power. Yeah. And the sharp brakes too. So let's get right to it. To the hill. There we go. And just like that, we've reached our hill climb. Now we are going to take it up this hill. It is a 38-degree hill, extremely steep. I swear the camera does not do it justice, but we are going to give this a shot. We just went down it. The brakes performed excellent, and I was even only using one most of the time, and it's not even bedded in. So these 4-point hydraulic brakes are no joke. Now we're gonna go from a standstill up the 38-degree hill. The camera really doesn't do it justice, but if you can see the angle of the bike, we are pointing uphill. So yeah, let's see what it looks like from a standpoint. We're gonna do it in mode 3. We're just gonna go straight to max because I'm pretty positive we will not do it in 1. Definitely will not do it in 1, I mean. It could do it in 2, but let's just go straight to mode 3. That's what most of us will be using anyways. So mode 3, 38% degree hill, let's go. Let's retry that. Easily goes up the 38-degree hill from a standstill. Right, easy. Alright, now we're gonna head down the road to do a top speed run test on a flat straightaway that we have. Let's get right there. Alright guys, as you can see, we are at the speedway. So we are now going to give you guys a top speed run, and let's see what kind of top speed we're getting. They advertise between 55 and 60. I don't know about that considering it is just a hub motor, but let's see what we get. All right, guys, and with that wrapped up, that about sums up the full review of the EKX GTS e-bike. All things considered, it held up very well. The hill test was amazing, way better than the X21 Max. A 38-degree hill was no problem for this beast. And yeah, it's a great bike overall. You'll see the details in the description about purchasing, website, all that kind of stuff. Maybe there'll be a promo code if I can get one for y'all. But yeah, hit that like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.